Hey everybody, welcome to Hockey Skate Down. Before we get into the video, I just want to say thank you to all my subscribers. If you want to join our hockey team, it's free. Click subscribe, hit the notification bell to all. Thank you all so much, and let's get started. So if you're clicking on this video, you've seen the thumbnail. Will Johnny Gaudreau go to New Jersey? Will Taylor Hall sign with the Calgary Flames when free agency opens up? Two very big questions that are going around and being heavily rumored right now. And I figured let me do one video, combine the both, because they're kind of situations that, go hand in hand instead of doing one video separately. So let's do it in one altogether. So the first one I want to do is Gaudreau to New Jersey. And I have the answers behind these pucks too, so stay tuned. Gaudreau has 2 years left on his current deal. He's making $6.75 million AAV. He's a young kid, 26 years old, so he works in good with this Devils young core. This year, in 1920, he played in 70 games, had 18 goals, 40 assists, 58 points. So he had a pretty good year. But there was a lot of rumors going around about him possibly being moved. They said that his play was a bit off this year, played a bit more timid, shying away from the puck a lot. So there was a lot of rumors going around about him. I don't know if they were true, but we're in this boat again with this whole rumor of Johnny Gaudreau, so we'll see. 18-19, he played in 82 games, 36 goals, 63 assists, 99 points, and that sucks to fall 1 point shy of 100, but he had a hell of a year. 17-18, he played in 80 games, 24 goals, 60 assists, 84 points. So we all know what we're getting with Johnny Gaudreau. He's a hell of a left wing, a hell of a player. He's fast, he can score, he's got great playmaking ability. He's just a dynamic player, and he puts up points. So would I love to see him in a Devils jersey? Fuck yeah. I love this kid, I really do. But is it worth it to go after him is the question. It's going to cost a lot to get him. It's going to cost a first-round pick, probably a couple of picks, plus a good player, plus great prospects possibly. So it's going to cost a lot for the Devils to acquire him, being that he's got a little bit of term on his deal. He's not a UFA. And I know he's a New Jersey kid, so that's where the connection lies between the two. But he's already expressed interest to play with Philly down the line. I don't know after this current deal, after the next deal, I don't know. But he's already expressed interest that he wants to go there eventually in his career. So that would suck if the Devils trade for him, give up all these assets, and he walks to Philly in an offseason. So is it worth it for the Devils to go after him? No, I say no. I like what the Devils are doing. Stay the path. Keep acquiring what you're acquiring. Get prospects. Get picks. We'll eventually get back to the playoffs and be that dynamic team that we were of years past. So stay the course. Don't do it. Now, let's go to Calgary Flames and Taylor Hall. Calgary Flames at cap friendly this year. They have $80.8 million against the cap. They have a couple of RFAs, and they have a lot of UFAs this year. So they're going to have a lot more cap space going into next year. Their RFAs for this year are Jankowski, Mangiapane. I love that kid's name. Mangiapane is Italian for eat bread, so I always think of that when I think of his name. And Oliver Gillington. So Mangiapane, I like the player he's turned out to be. He had a great year with Calgary this year, and I like the way he's played. He's a good bottom six forward, and I think he'll definitely earn another contract with Calgary. UFAs: Tobias Ryder, Ronaldo, Brody, and Hammock. Now those are big names to lose if you do lose them in the offseason, so that's going to be tough. Forbat, Gustafsson, Stone, Talbot, Jarnik, and Brower's buyouts coming off the books as well. So they'll have a lot of cap space. Problem is they're going to have to address all these players if they lose them in the offseason. So they're going to definitely need to address their defense. If Talbot walks, they're going to need to address their goaltending, and they're definitely going to need to address that the bottom six lines of forwards. So is it worth it to spend all that on Hall to not fill these positions? I don't know. Hall, his stats for this year: 1920, he played in 65 games between Arizona and New Jersey. 16 goals, 36 assists, 52 points. 18-19, 33 games played, 11 goals, 26 assists, 37 points, and he was injured a lot that year. And 17-18 was his MVP year. He played in 76 games, 39 goals, 54 assists, 93 points, and he played a hell of a year that year. And fell 1 goal shy of 40. And, it sucked that year, too. They held him out of a couple of games late in that year, so I really think he could have hit that 40-goal mark with us. So, the question is, will the Flames go after him? Now, to have a left side with Gaudreau, Hall, and Tkachuk, does that make sense? Does it make sense to pay any one of those players that much money to sit on the third line left wing? That's where the question lies with this. If they move Gaudreau, it does make sense. If Calgary's willing to go that way, Hall's an older player. He's very injury prone. So they're gonna really heavily have to think about that. But if you have Gaudreau, if you're gonna keep Gaudreau, if you're gonna have Tkachuk and Hall, it doesn't make sense to sign him at all. It really doesn't. Now I know Hall's a hometown kid. Will he give a hometown discount? I don't know. He's a lot of rumors going around about him possibly making $8 million, $9 million on his next deal, $10 million plus. Some people are saying. So no one knows exactly where he wants to, what he's looking for in his next deal. So as of now, if they're looking to keep Gaudreau, I'm gonna say it's not worth it. It's not at all. But if they move Gaudreau, bring in some assets, and want to sign an elite left winger, they'll have a lot of cap space to sign Hall. So maybe it may make sense to do it that way. But, they're going to have to address a lot of positions on their team, especially, like I said, defense and goaltending. So they're going to have to consider that as far as rounding out their roster if they're looking to acquire Taylor Hall. So that's going to be definitely something to keep your eye on come this free agency period to see if Calgary and Hall makes sense. So comment below. Let me know what you guys and girls think. Do you think any of these scenarios make sense? Do you think Gaudreau going to New Jersey, would you do it? If you're Calgary Flames, would you look to sign Taylor Hall in the offseason? Comment below. Let me know. And as always, thank you all for watching. I really appreciate it. Smash that like button. Subscribe to the hockey channel. Join the hockey team. As always, stay safe. Have a great night. Have a great day tomorrow. Take it easy.